israelische Außenminister kommen sollte. Ich glaube, das waren 300 Jahre Unabhängigkeit für Argentinien. Und da haben wir eine Woche vorher beschlossen, ihn zu schnappen. Eine Woche vorher haben wir ihn dann geschnappt. Ein Jude aus Argentinien hat uns ein Haus überlassen und da haben wir ihn für eine Woche gehalten. Er wurde mit dem Fuß an das Bett gekettet. Gleich im Auto hat er gesagt, ich habe mich meinem Schicksal schon ergeben. Das war seine Einstellung. Wir haben darauf gewartet, dass der Außenminister zur 300-Jahr-Feier kam. Mit dem Flugzeug haben wir Eichmann dann zurückgebracht. Er war mit jemand anderem gefesselt. Ich glaube, mit dem Arzt. Sie gingen zu zweit. Und wenn jemand gefragt hat, was ist da los? Dann antwortet der Arzt, ich muss ihn behandeln. Ich kann mich erinnern, dass es in Israel sofort bekannt gegeben wurde, dass wir Eichmann gebracht haben. Am nächsten Tag hat mich mein Bruder angerufen und sagte, ah, du bist schon zurück? Ich sagte, ja, von wem weißt du denn das? Na, der Eichmann ist da. Du musst ihn doch herbeigebracht haben. Er war sehr stolz.
Yair Shimoni wurde am 23. Oktober 1939 in Israel geboren und arbeitet gegenwärtig als Physiker bei Elbit System Electro Optics in Israel. Er ist der Neffe von Joachim Shimoni, der es bevorzugte, den Kindernamen Shushu zu tragen. Shushu verhalf jüdischen Jugendlichen aus dem besetzten Holland während des Zweiten Weltkrieges zur Flucht.
After the war, I was still a small child. One day arrived in our house a woman who said she was my uncle's wife. And she told us about him, and that is the first time I heard about him. I was about 6 years old at the time. Okay, his birthday was the 12th of November 1919, and he died yesterday 64 years ago. And I don't know if it is a coincidence that the day for remembering the Holocaust is exactly the day that he died. He was born in Berlin, but when his mother died shortly after, he came to the care of his aunt in Frankfurt am Oder. In the middle 30s he joined, or in the early 30s he joined a youth movement, a Jewish youth movement, Zionist, which was aimed at educating young people in agriculture in order that they can come and work in Israel. But in 38 he was imprisoned and sent to Buchenwald. After a few months his let's say punishment was changed from Buchenwald to being expelled from Germany, and he moved to Holland, and he joined the Zionist movement in Holland. When the Germans entered Holland, he started to look for ways to help young people escape from Holland to neutral countries. He found some help, or great help, from a Dutch underground group headed by Joop Westerwiel. And Shushu, my uncle, started looking for routes through which people could be transferred from Holland to Switzerland or to Spain. And one of these times when he traveled back to Holland, he was arrested at the border in Breda, and he was taken to the Gestapo for questioning, and the next day they were told he died. Everyone thinks he took poison in order not to give information about the other people in the group. Again, I was only 6 years old. I don't know. I think she was very sad, and but she admired him very much. And when she married again, she called her first son after him. I think my father, his older brother, had a great influence on him. My father was in the Zionist youth movement before him, and Shushu followed in his steps. Shushu was raised most of the time by his aunt, who is the mother of Tzvi and the other two brothers, Yochanan and Michael. And Tzvi was about the same age. Yochanan was older and Michael was much younger. So of course Shushu and Tzvi became very good friends. And his stepmother, who was a Christian German, and they came to have a very good and loving relationship. And apparently, I did not meet her either, but apparently she had a great influence on him. I can only quote people who knew him because I never met him, but the people who knew him said he was very serious and very duty-minded, always thinking about what he should do and not what is good for him. For example, about half a year before the war started, some of the instructors in the camp, in the agriculture training camp, were sent to Israel. But he and another person, they and the youth movement together, they decided that they should stay and continue teaching the young people, although they knew that the Nazis will come. When I was born, my father and mother, who both spoke German, my father decided that they don't want me or my brothers to learn German. They said that if we live in Israel, we should learn the languages that are spoken here. So my father learned Arabic, and I started to learn Arabic. I'm sorry, but because of the war, I stopped. I think only about 8 years ago, it was the first time I passed through Germany. I didn't visit, but passed through. And my first visit to Germany was about 7 years ago on business. There was a show, a conference in Hamburg that I had to go to, and then the visit to Frankfurt. So for a long time I did not want any relations with Germany, but now things are changing.